Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Tropical Forge. We got a whole hog from our local farmer. Hogs are something that we want to raise, but we're not quite there yet, not quite set up for it. We've put in the fencing for the goats. We're working on the fencing for the chickens, guineas, turkeys, all of that. We haven't gotten to hogs yet. So we're supporting our local farmer and buying it from him. So today I want to talk to you about how to make the most of getting a hog. So my first piece of advice is always ask for the bones, always ask for the fat. And if there's something you know that your family doesn't like if they don't like scrapple, or they don't like spicy sausage, or maybe your family doesn't use pork chops, make sure that you ask for things that you know you're going to use. If you know you like pork roast, you know you like pork chops, you know you want all breakfast sausage, whatever that is, make sure you ask for that stuff. So I put a video up a couple weeks ago that when we first got this hog, we kind of got it in two phases. So when we first got this hog, I asked for all the bones, and the bones went right in the roaster because I didn't have freezer space to store the bones. I'll link the video in the description of making the broth. If I recall, I think I got 12 or 15 quarts of broth off of it. I probably could have ran it through again and gotten another run off of the bones, but it just didn't really fit into the schedule. As I've mentioned before, we are co-parenting with Bud's dad, and that's like 2.5 hours in between us, so I sort of have to fit my projects into the windows when we are home. So I had enough time to do one round, and that was fine. I sent all the bones to the chickens, and they are happy to pick off whatever little scraps they can get off of the bones. So that was the first project that I did. The second thing is always ask for your fat. So this is like almost a whole trash bag full of fat. I threw that in. So the first round that we got like the pork chops, the roast, the fat, the bones, anything that didn't have to be cured. And then the stuff that had to be cured, like the bacon, the scrapple, the hams, things like that, the boys went and picked up today, and we got that. So I'll show you a little bit of what came from the first round. The fat came with the first round. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a cooler because I need the rest of this freezer to put this pig in. And this weekend we're gonna work on rendering down this fat into lard. So, and I'll make a video about how we do that. I think I have a video up about how to render tallow. It's really the same process, except I render tallow to use in soap, and I render the pig fat into lard, and we use that for cooking. So I actually did this last year and put lard in these jars. I really need to start using this up. It's still fine, but I really need to start using it up. So this is shelf stable. You can put it in the fridge, whatever suits your family. All right, so this is a 5.5 cubic foot, like a standard, like small chest freezer. And it's about half full with the stuff that was uncured that we sent to the butcher to have like done into ham and things like that. So we have a Boston butt roast, which I typically would do something like that in the Instant Pot, shred it up, put it over rice, over noodles, with some barbecue sauce or whatever. We got a fair amount of pork chops. Our favorite way to do pork chops is in the air fryer. I used to hate pork chops because they were always dry and gross, and Zad did them in the air fryer once, and that is by far our favorite way to do pork chops now. All right, so another way to make sure you get your money's worth out of your hog is ask for your organ meat. So I got the kidney and the liver. I'm gonna put this in the freeze dryer. Also pretty sure I have a video about how to sous vide stinky organs, or I think they're stinky, and then to freeze dry them. And what we do is we powder that. So I sous vide it because then I don't have to smell it while it's cooking, because I can't stand the smell of it. If you enjoy that, then obviously you could just eat this as like any organ meat as you would by itself or whatever. So I sous vide it so that I don't have to smell it, and then I put it into the freeze dryer and make powder, and we'll sprinkle that into like taco meat or into pasta, things like that. Things where it's disguised, but we're still getting the benefits, the iron and all those things that you get from organ meat. So make sure you ask for those. And if you're like, ooh, there's no way I'm doing organs, and you don't have a freeze dryer, you could also dehydrate it, sort of get the same effect from that. So there's some loin in here. We got our sausage a few ways. So we got regular, just like breakfast sausage, and then we got some Italian with garlic sausage. So this is like in a link or a roll, whatever you want to call it. And then this is loose, so we can use this. This will be amazing with pasta and things like that. So our hog was, I can't remember the exact numbers. I'm pretty sure it was about a 400-pound hanging weight, and we wound up with like 290 or something pounds. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember exactly. 290-ish pounds of actual meat. We did choose to get the scrapple. I'll show you that here in a minute, along with the bacon and the other things that needed. All right, so the most prized thing from a fresh hog, or, well, it's frozen, but you know what I mean, is the bacon. So we got the bacon. We will use this sparingly because it doesn't last very long. I think we got like 10-ish packs of bacon. If you watched my Blessings of Hope video, you know that we kind of supplement bacon from there. They always have like maple bacon or like pepper bacon and things like that. I realized that I don't know where it came from, sadly, but you know, it's the best we can do. You only get so much bacon from your hog. We all, of course, like bacon is delicious. So the other thing too, another byproduct and way to make the most of your hog is that obviously we keep all of our bacon grease that comes off when we cook this. So I typically cook this in a sheet pan or on a sheet pan in the oven. Usually like 350 for 20 minutes or so is sufficient. And then we pour all of that into like a quart mason jar and just keep that rotation on the counter. We cook a lot of things in bacon grease, especially like fried potatoes, eggs, things like that. We've always kept it on the counter. It's never gone bad. I guess we just eat through it fast enough, feeding, you know, 6 people on the regular. So make sure you save that bacon grease. There's so many great things that you can use it for. All right, so we also got 4 pans of scrapple. So it's only $2.50 for scrapple on top of like what we paid per pound for the hog. Also, I was going to tell you what I paid per pound, and I need to check my receipt. But all right, I wanted to make sure I told you because I said that I would. It was a 403-pound hog hanging weight, and I paid $2.30 per pound. So that's pretty amazing. To my surprise, we got more bacon. So always make sure that you ask for your bacon ends also. We've gotten a hog maybe 4 or 5 times since we've been married, halves and wholes depending on how many kids we had at the time, and how much freezer space we had, what house we were living in. So they don't always give you the ends, so make sure that you ask for the ends. This is amazing to use in things like baked potato soup, cook your eggs in it and kind of make a scramble with it, but this is so valuable. Make sure that you get this. All right, another delicious thing that we absolutely love is Canadian bacon. You don't have to get this. This is just something that we really enjoy. If you've never had Canadian bacon, it's kind of hamish, I guess, kind of ham baconish. It's delicious. We love this, and we love to just like fry it up in the pan, have it with some eggs, some potatoes, whatever. So, all right, so something else we got was a cured pork ham. So I'm guessing that's what's in my last box, but this looks beautiful and delicious. All right, something that we haven't gotten in when we've gotten a hog in the past is shoulder bacon. So that's fun. We got some of that. This box also has bacon. I can't believe this. I've never gotten this much bacon. This is amazing. He told me that this hog was like gigantic. So wow, I am beyond. This is so much bacon. This is so amazing. There's even shoulder bacon ends. So we got cured pork hocks, which is so fun. We can use this to do like potatoes and green beans. Okay, I have to bring the camera over here and show you these hams. They are massive. They don't have weights on them, but if I had to guess, oh my gosh, this box is so heavy. Ugh. Man, I feel like they're like 20 pounds and they are not gonna fit in this freezer. So we are gonna have to find them another. All right, I have no clue where that scrapple's going once we cut it and repackage it, but I guess that's tomorrow's problem. So I got everything in here, and silly jalapeno peppers. They're always causing problems. I got the 2 gigantic hams in here and crammed the rest of the jalapeno peppers around that. I left one bag of jalapeno peppers out for us to make jalapeno poppers. We have a friend coming in for a couple weeks, and so I thought that'd be fun. We're gonna leave this ham out and we're gonna cook it because I have nowhere to go with it. And it'd be fun for her to experience that. She wants to learn all the things while she's here. So those are my tips on how to make the most of your whole hog. If you have questions about that, let me know. We'll see you next time.